Illiteracy and school dropouts, drug use and experimentation, child abuse and abduction. These are only a few of the problems facing today's school-age youth, problems which can and must be addressed. But where do we begin? This is a job for Superman and Batman, Wonder Woman, the Teen Titans, and the established characters known as the Superpowers team. Your company, in cooperation with DC Comics and in conjunction with federal and state government programs, can use these heroic characters to stimulate discussion about these and other pressing problems in your community through the cost-efficient, proven effective use of educational comic books. What are the advantages? On network television and in syndication, the animated adventures of Superman, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, the Teen Titans, and the rest of the Superpowers team are seen by an estimated weekly audience of 40 million school-age children and teens. In addition to their appearances in live-action TV shows and films, as well as their success in comic book form with young readers across the country. Children and teens trust these characters to give them the right answers and proper advice. So when the Superpowers team speaks to kids, they do so with an authority and commanding a respect that cannot be overestimated.
Be a hero! Stage right free!
Government agencies and programs handling the distribution of these materials, your positive community outreach message can reach millions of students at a cost per classroom of as little as 15 cents per package. What are the results? Among DC Comics' recent corporate clients have been IBM, American Honda Motor Company, DuPont, the Keebler Company, and the National Soft Drink Association, working in cooperation with the White House Private Sector Initiatives Office, the President's Drug Awareness Campaign, and the United States Department of Transportation. With funding from these sources, DC Comics created materials designed to help fight drug abuse and to promote good traffic safety habits. In addition to the educational comic books themselves, these classroom kits included study guides, teacher aids, posters, film strips, and student activity books, each with the name of the sponsoring company imprinted on them, and each conveying the message that these companies care about America's young people. The Drug Awareness Campaign, using the Teen Titan characters, was aimed at grade schoolers and included a personal message from First Lady Nancy Reagan as part of her crusade against child drug use. The packages were distributed to schools throughout the U.S. and were used in classrooms by more than 20 million children.
I think it shows kids what can happen to them if they take drugs.
It was telling you about drugs, and it's not good for your body.
By the time they're in junior high school, if there's a problem existing, it's too late to deal with it almost, or high school. So I think dealing with going, to the 4th grade on it, or 5th grade, whatever they're aiming this for, is an excellent idea.
The traffic safety books, featuring the Supergirl character, were distributed as part of the United States Department of Transportation's National Safety Belt campaign, with a foreword by Secretary of Transportation Elizabeth Dole. Targeted at junior and senior high schools, the Supergirl comic books and study materials were used and remembered by 93% of the students to whom they were given.
We think having the Supergirl book directed right at the young people who are just learning to drive and getting their licenses will go a long way towards teaching them the value of safety belts and therefore save a lot of lives and reduce a lot of serious injuries.
A follow-up survey showed that 80% of those who read these DC comic books now use their safety belts more often than they used to. What can your company do? While these previous DC Comics efforts have proven enormously successful, they are only a beginning. Drug use and traffic safety remain problems, as do illiteracy and school dropouts, child abuse and abduction, teenage pregnancy, and many other crises. But any one of these problems that can be dealt with in a classroom situation can also be dealt with in the positive, proven effective way of using the DC Comics Superpowers team. Gaining your company access to the public schools, giving you a high profile as a corporate citizen, and earning for you the community goodwill your company both desires and deserves. The Superpowers team is ready to protect and educate all of our children, but they need your help. We at DC Comics look forward to working with your company to help find answers to the problems of tomorrow's adults today.